I have. I was reading the psychology of esoteric. Now I started a new book. This is, I don't know the name, but this I have read something so important that has changed the way I look my life since I have read it 4 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock, and till now I am feeling total ecstasy. By Osho. This book is written by Osho.
What is the name of the book?
I can tell you in 1 second. I just have to look at. The book name is This Very Body, the Buddha.
Buddha. This very earth, the lotus paradise. Huh?
This very body, the Buddha, and I am reading the chapter Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. He was pointing out the death.
That's why you are in ecstasy.
That's
so
why
you
I'm
have
in
started
ecstasy.
Eating, drinking, and be. You are
Be
getting
merry
married
only.
again.
Be merry, yes. And he
Good.
was actually pointing out death, and simultaneously life was the topic. So beautiful written.
Written or spoken? Osho's books are spoken, not.
Yes, spoken, but I was reading.
Even if it is spoken or written, you can only read if it is a book.
Yes.
So you can share few lines from there, whatever you have remembered. Is the book with you or what?
Yeah, the book is with me. The book is in the internet. I can read if you like to hear something. Or I have also quoted something. Should I read what I have quoted?
Okay, whatever.
It's be a hedonist. Your so-called religious has taught you to be anti-hedonistic. That's why the fear, because life as the most valuable thing slipping out of the hands. In coma, fear must arise. Epicurus is just beginning of the Buddhahood. The meaning I have written, because the words were so new to me, I have also read the meaning. What is the meaning of these words and what is he saying? He was actually pointing.
Epicurus was a Greek hedonist, a philosopher.
Yes.
Just like Charvak in India.
Okay.
Refined kind of materialist. He had his school. I think it was named Academy or something, whatever. I forgot the name maybe. So they were not grossed hedonist, very refined kind of hedonist.
Yes, that's what he was pointing out. Because he was saying fast body is needed for that you can come to your second body or to the third body.
What first body?
He has talked about 7 bodies. And he talk that material is needed for the first body to go beyond
uh,
first, to go beyond from the first body to second body, and you will understand then the hedonist things about the second body, and you can enter into third body that may be helpful for the four bodies. He was
mhm.
saying that.
uh, but the problem with these things are that you can get trapped in these first, second, third bodies, and time is very limited. So what actually Osho wanted that his disciples, his people, should live a complete life. Now you are not living in Osho commune, Osho's ashram. You have to be more alert and more careful that what you are doing, is it just because are you getting a sanction from Osho that you can indulge, uh, you can be lost in all kind of pleasure. Even if to enjoy pleasure, you need to be little conscious. Otherwise, instead of being a pleasure, it will become darkness for you. So I feel that to be conscious is more necessary, because now you are not a person of like a teenager, or that you have time to waste in all kind of stupid things. So I feel what was happening in India in ancient Gurukul was most scientific. For 25 years, they were living with a master, an enlightened master. And they were not taught much from books. They were taught by life. They were living in forest, in natural environment, where there was no opportunity for them to make their mind pornographic, because there was no television, there was no Playboy magazine and all those things, no film, no television serial where you can see women's exposing half of their body, hiding something, trying to make you sexual. They were living in a very loving, very natural environment where the guru was there and his wife was there, because in ancient India, it was not a Buddhist idea that you have to escape from home. They were living very natural life. They had wife, and sometimes these rishis, these enlightened people, they would buy women also, because at that time some women were sold also. But they will buy them and they will give them respectability. They will. So they used to go and buy in the market women who were sold, because that was at that time women were sold also. But this is how stupid people see that they were buying women. They were not buying women. They were giving them respect. The women were already bought. If someone else was buying them, then she would be mistreated. So they will bring them, buy them, pay the money, and then they will make them part of the ashram. Because in ashram you need many people. Some has to take out milk, some had to do so many things, some has to make food in the kitchen. So people are needed. So, and I don't think and that there may be sometime there can be some sexual relation also, but it is all. But what is wrong if it was even happening? So, is it something wrong in that? If they were very much in love with their wife and they were like like soulmates. That is possible at that time because their wife also must be mostly all very high evolved souls. Then there is very little chance that they will indulge in these kind of relationship because that disturbs your energy. If you have found a real person, a person with whom you are very much connected at a higher level, and you are indulging in these kind of casual sex, that is very destructive to your energy. These people were not ordinary people. They knew what is what should be done, what is the right thing for them to do. So just seeing things from outside, you can conclude anything. So these boys, I think girls were also there. So those people, they were. So for 25 years, they were trying to find the source of their consciousness, source of their life, the very source. And they were preserving their energy. They were not throwing out their energy. They were not like doing masturbation and things like that because so the whole energy was preserved. They were reservoir of energy. And when that energy is given a proper direction, and people who are not conditioned and programmed in wrong ways, for them meditation will become so easy. It will be just like you go to sleep. They were totally relaxed. So when you go to your source, then you have this godly experience. Once you have that experience, then when you enter into the world after 25, they will get married. From 25 to 50, that was grihastha ashram. First ashram is brahmacharya. After 25 years, you are going to get married. But when in the first 25 years, you have come to know something which is so invaluable, which is the greatest thing possible that one can know, knowing the peak of your consciousness, then you can never fall down. You will never get lost in the world. And for few exceptional people, those who don't want to enter into this grihastha ashram, they don't want to get married, they want that after 25 years, they will just take sannyas. That was also possible for few people, those who were not interested in going into this householder's life. So they will just become sannyasin. But that decision you have to take when you have no desire for this world. When you don't want to experience those things. You are matured. You have become so matured that you don't want to go into that thing. Because you have come to know your inner female. You are made up of both male and female. You have come to know. You have become the yin and yang in you have united. So you don't need any female from outside or any male from outside. And at the age of 50, the third ashram was called Vanprasth. Vanprasth means, the meaning of the word Vanprasth is that you are looking towards the forest. You are not yet going into the forest, but now your face is towards the forest. You will be in the house, you will remain in the home, and you will live like a recluse. You will become totally silent. If your children want any guidance, then you will guide them. Otherwise, you will not interfere in their life. Till 75 years, you will remain in the home. Mm. And after 75, if you are still alive, then you will go into the sannyas ashram and you will become the teacher, because you are the most experienced person. You have experienced everything in life, all its pleasure, all its pain, all its suffering, all its joy, happiness. And you have experienced you are not dependent on books. The very experience of life has made you so wise. You are a man of wisdom. So you are the right person, most capable person to teach. Hmm? So I feel that this is the right way. First 25 years, if you explore, if you just want to know your center, if you have come to know your center, then you can go in any pleasure, in any, you can indulge in, and still you will remain out of it. You will remain a watcher on the hill. You can never get lost. You can experience anything. You can indulge as much as you want. But you will be the master. Then you will not be a car without driver. Your car will not be without brake. The reign of your life will be in your hand. So otherwise, just by indulging, no one can become enlightened. Because in the West, people are indulging. So it is not that everyone is becoming enlightened there. All the film stars, they indulge extremely. But where they are reaching? Are they becoming man of wisdom? Very exceptionally, maybe one or two anywhere becomes like that. Huh? Hmm. Any of you has anything to ask? Because I was going to talk on something else, but now it is, once it takes different direction, then
Yes, of course, because I have some interest in this. When you say 25 years in Gurukul,
mhm.
but because I have also son now, I am going to become father of second child. She will be daughter, and I have also heard that for the first 25 years, celibacy is also important. Maybe it's not.
Celibacy, whatever we think, brahmacharya is not celibacy.
Okay.
Brahmacharya, the very word brahmacharya means, Brahm is not God. It is a very scientific word. This is our word. Brahm means that which goes on expanding. Like science has discovered, this universe it goes on expanding. It's not static. So Brahm is something. When you realize your Atma, your consciousness, and your ego disappears completely, the drop of your consciousness, when it becomes united with the ocean of consciousness or the universal consciousness, that is called Brahm realization. So brahmacharya means charya means routine. So your routine, your life is like it is in harmony with Brahma. You are not living your life broken away from Brahm. It is in tune with Brahm, or it is connected to Brahm. Then it is called brahmacharya. then you will not like to throw your energy, because keeping your energy preserved is a greater joy. But it is not something forced. It is not that you have just make your underpant very tight. That is not wisdom. If you once you have got something higher, like once diamonds are in your hand, stones will fall down on its own, because you have to, if you want something higher, you have to throw things which are of lesser importance. Otherwise, where is the, first you have to make your hand empty.
Yes.
Once you have something higher, lower things will fall on its own. You don't have to care about it. If you are trying to become a brahmachari, you are trying to be a celibate, then you will become a monster. Then you will become a perverted person. You will have all kind of psychological diseases. Then you will become schizophrenic. That is what happens to these people like Aftab, who cut his girlfriend into 35 pieces. You know about her or not? Him or not?
I have just heard from you yesterday and day before.
So I think now I can continue a little bit about these things, Aftab, and because she was also telling that what you were saying yesterday, that you have what inside you.
Violence and murderers.
So these things are inside everyone as long as you are unconscious, because this is an impersonal journey of consciousness. So you are carrying everything. You are carrying all the brutes. You are carrying all the monsters, all the devil inside you. If you are not alert and awake, then they will possess you. This is what is meant by when they say this life of sadhana is like treading upon the airs of razor. If you are not alert, you will fall down, or it is like tightrope walking. You have to keep on go on balancing. The moment you become unalert, then you will fall. Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. You have to be vigilant. So because this boy has accepted everything in the presence of police, that I killed her, but it was not intentional. He was saying that it was not intentional. In the fit of anger, I did it. So it is that was his planning, that if we say that it just happened, I was in anger and I went on what do you call it,
Strangling
her with my hand, and then she died. But that was not my intention. I just get lost in it. I became so unconscious out of this anger that it just happened. But now it is very clear. I have spoken on that also. You can listen to that video. A monster and his prey.
Yes.
So for me, there was never any doubt that he has done it very intentionally. And now the proofs are also coming. One crime reporter, his name is Sams. I listen to his videos sometimes because they are quite interesting. So he was also saying that he was planning it for a long time. Now the letter of the girl is also, one of the letter is recovered. 2 years back, she had written to the police, Mumbai police, that he beats me often, and he tells many times. Once he tried before also to kill her, but he didn't die. And he had told her many times that I will kill you and I will throw your dead body in pieces in different parts. So she said that that I wanted to get married to him, but now I want to separate from him. Then he started blackmailing her because these people they have a very criminal mind. So he said that if you go away from me, then I will commit suicide. And then his parents also came. They said that he will never do it again. So then she withdrew the case from the police station. So then they didn't pursue it further. But now it has been found that he maybe the person came to the to police himself. His name is Badri, something like that. So he went. This after went with the girl Shraddha. He said that let us go to holiday in Himachal. So he was already planning to kill her there because he thought from some mountain top he will throw her. So, but at that time there were lot of people, lot of crowd, because in tourist places there are a lot of people. So he thought that this is not good to kill because I will be caught. Someone may see me. So he didn't do it there. Then he met this boy, this man Badri, and they became friends. So he started talking with him that where you live. He said I live in a place where there are many farmhouse and in Delhi, and it is quite secluded place, some distance away from Qutub Minar, and I think the place is called Mahroli. So but it is there is this area is very secluded and there is forest also. And because he wanted to kill her, so he wanted to know everything about that place. So he made the map of that place and where it is. So he thought this will be the right place. He will kill her and then throw her body parts in the forest. So after Himachal Pradesh, he said to Shraddha that let us go to Delhi for a few days. And she also loved to go to these tourist places. So she went with him, and then he said that, well, let us start working here because we have many opportunity to do job in Delhi also. So within 3 days he killed her because maybe she came to know many things about him and she wanted to get rid of him. So that was also his ego was getting hurt that all his secrets will come out. So if she is going out, then it is better that she should be killed. And there are some people who are saying that he wanted to sell her in Gulf country also. I said that I will be talking about 2-3 different crime stories. And you have to see if you are unconscious. Our mind is all same. It's not different. Anyone can do all those things if you are caught in certain situation. So one has to be very alert, never to allow your unconsciousness to possess you. It's not that I'm just telling you story. I am telling you that how much is possible. And I was thinking that only this boy has done this kind of thing. I just heard today a woman doing the same thing, and she did it far more efficiently, a woman doctor. So, and she is still, she has not been caught. So I will talk about her also. So where I was about Aftab,
You told about the lady that she has done it more efficiently.
But what I was telling about Aftab, the first story, when you get engaged in something else. What you are listening at?
She.
They went to Delhi, Swami. Then
Uh,
in 3 days he killed her.
so he killed her, and he had already bought this. What do you call it? Axe or something? This in Hindi it is called adi, which with you cut, and blade for 2-3 kind of blades which can be fixed in it so that you can kill, and many nails, about 250 grams of nail. I don't know why he bought this nail. Maybe before he killed her, he just imprisoned her in some room and just put nails so that she cannot open, or maybe he tortured her with nails also. There is a possibility. If you're like that, you can, before killing her, maybe he tortured with hammering nail in her body. Maybe that is also possible, because he is telling stories to police, but maybe he has done many other things also. There is a possibility that there are other people also involved, because cutting someone in 35 pieces, maybe he did it himself alone. Then he threw all those parts in 18 days. He was keeping it in fridge. He bought a fridge, 300-liter fridge, and keeping, like, he went on changing pieces. When some part was became frozen, then he will put it down and put other parts in the deep freezer, so that every part becomes frozen, totally frozen. And he cleaned all the blood and then bought so many chemicals and room fresheners and incense, so that there is, and he was making love with other girls there, eating there in the same room. And so he was saying it happened, there was no intention. If, like, in rage, in fit of anger, someone can do it, but then the person, if he was really in love with that girl, he will become so broken. At the maximum, what he can do, he will try to escape from that place. But to cut a person in 35 pieces, no normal man can do. It requires a brute to do it, and such meticulous planning that in 18 days he's throwing her bodies in different parts of the forest so that it cannot be matched. You understood or not? And he was keeping her skull, her face, for many days. And every day he will be keeping her on the top of the fridge, and he will be looking at her face, and sometime he will do some makeup on her face, sometime he will slap her, sometime he will. So these are the things he told. Maybe is trying to prove that he is a mental case, which he doesn't look like a mental case. Because if you are a mental case, then your imprisonment can be made less. So he wanted to be as. So what he's trying to say is that I killed her, but it happened. So that he is not. If you are planning for many days and you have done it very, like, coolly, with a plan which you had for a long time, then your punishment will be maximum. You will be either hanged or you will be given life imprisonment, which now in India is for your whole life. But as far as for me, if someone asks me which is greater punishment, for me, life imprisonment is greater punishment than being hanged, because you are finished. But these people, they don't want to die. They want to, somehow they want to remain alive. Then the hope also remain alive. Maybe he will be pardoned later on. Or they are such people that they can even adjust in imprisonment, which is a very hellish kind of life for a normal person, being in a prison. Now some of her parts have been recovered, like her job has been recovered, and it's not absolutely certain that it is her part, but human jaw and some other parts have been recovered from the forest. And one dentist where the Shraddha used to go for a treatment, root canal treatment and all those, he said that if they have recovered these things, then it can be matched whether it is hers or not, because he has all the reports. So this is this story. Then there is another story of a woman. I think few years back, one woman in Malaysia, she fell from third floor of a building and she died. So then it was searched, who is this woman? Then it was not, they were not able to find who is this woman. So they advertised it. Then because she was an Indian woman, so they advertised in South Indian newspapers. So some people said that she was a doctor from here who murdered a man and then escaped. So the story of that doctor, that woman, is that you are getting restless. For me, these stories are not important. The psychological thing in these stories are more. And I want to convey something through these stories. So you can listen later on.
It's okay. Yes, of course.
I wanted you to listen, but I felt you are little not at home. So
no, I'm not at home. Yes.
Sorry
for being that I cannot listen.
Sorry is not needed, but the thing is that you have to also find out that whether this restlessness is just because you are in somebody's house or it is something internal, that you are not master of your energy. You cannot, and you are not so old, and you are not so you have not given so much attention to your energy that you will know that why this restlessness is happening. So the real thing is to find out why you are restless. And if you have become restful inside, then it makes not much difference where you are. And the real test is whether you can be restful in a place which is not your home. Then you have found something. You understood or not?
Yes, I'm understanding.
So being restless is not a problem. Now you have to find out why this restlessness is. Are you over ambitious? Can you be just at ease wherever you are? Are you all the time seeking attention? When some others people's story is being told, you are not at the center, so you get disinterested.
Yes, I think my horoscope says also that when I am not in the middle point, I lose the interest. My horoscope says also that, and think also.
Okay, first finish.
I think also when you were telling story, I was a bit restless, but when you were talking about me, I became alert. That may be the problem with me. Yes.
Thing is that there's no need to consult horoscope about it. We are all attention seeker. We want to be the center of attention. Everyone. This is the unconscious desire. And one has to get rid of it. Otherwise, you are missing life all the time. Because when you are seeking attention, then you will have to do things according to other people. You will have to become slave of other people. You will have to dance in their tune. You will become a monkey, and someone else will be playing the music.
Yes, yes.
And when you are not seeking anyone's attention, when you are just restful inside, then you don't care what others are thinking about you. That is what is said. I think after Osho, many people say, क्या कहेंगे लोग सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. Navjot Singh Sidhu used to say it many times. What others will think, this is the greatest disease. But now he is himself in jail because whatever he was saying was not digested and assimilated. He was just a speaker, but there was no transformation inside. He was a good orator. He could speak well, but these were all just to get attention of other people, whatever he was speaking also. I think he was a very violent man. That's why all the time he used to have fight, and then whatever he was doing in last few years, he was trying to break the country. That was, these people are not, they are themselves sick people. You know Navjot Singh Sidhu or not?
Yes, yes, yes.
What do you think about him? What do you used to think about him?
He was just, for me, a comedian and a cricketer and a politician.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think he was also aggressive. He was all the time aggressive when someone says, one can see on his face the aggressiveness and his actions.
The thing is, he was over ambitious. He wanted to be the chief minister of Punjab, and he was ready to do anything for that. You know why he is in jail or not?
Some kind of Pakistani thing, I think.
No. He had a fight with someone
Yes,
near
yes,
some
he killed him.
It was not intentional, but
Yes,
he didn't. After this fight, the man became unconscious, and later on, that man died.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
now he has been given 1 year of prison or something like that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now you are more restful because you are involved in the talk. You understood?
Somehow it functions like this. I don't know why. Maybe I can control my
You have to
energies in
know.
future.
You have to bring Darwin in. He says we have come from monkeys, so monkey mind is always there.
Yeah.
Be careful about your monkey mind. That is why I'm telling these stories. Not only monkey, but monsters are also sitting inside us.
Yes.
If you are not alert about it. And if you are very possessive about your wife, you have to be careful about that also. Because this is the beginning of wrong step which anyone can take. So one has to become more relaxed about it, little non-serious about it. The real thing is that you have to live your life in an artful way, in a very, where you are not disturbing other people much, you are just living your life. There's no need to go on highway. Find your own small footpath. Don't disturb other people. Just don't try to force other people to be on your own, according to you, to travel on your way. Just live your life. You should be thankful to your wife, thankful to existence, to nature, that you have been given a good wife, beautiful wife. Very few people have. Instead of being thankful, if you become doubtful, this is not good. If you become suspicious, that is what I was trying to tell you. But then your mind started thinking, this man also. but I am also man. But I care that if someone is someone else's wife, this is my way from the very beginning. I don't want to do anything where I have to disturb others people like. And if someone is my friend or anything, then because there was one girl in, she was quite beautiful. I used to teach her meditation. She was in England, and she did meditation for I think 1 year, guided by me. And she fell badly in love with me. Her whole body language was like that. She will when she will be. We were talking on mobile, but whenever and I used to talk with her for 6 hours, 8 hours because I wanted to transform her falling in love into rising in love. I wanted to help her to become meditator, to become conscious. Because I knew that just falling in love is nothing. Everyone is falling in love. And then it later on it becomes suffering and pain for you. When you are falling in love, it is very rosy, very good picture. But later on the hell is created. So I didn't want that kind of thing. And then her husband was also a sannyasi. She was also a sannyasi. And she had a very beautiful child, very intelligent, 3.5-year-old, but his maturity level was 6, 7 years old. Very intelligent and very beautiful. And we had me and my wife and one of my sister-in-law. So we had talked many times with them. Her husband also sang or played some music on mobile. So she wanted, because her husband had brought some girl in their house. So, and he was staying in the same house with that woman for some time. So maybe she was very much humiliated by it. Her ego was hurt. And then when she found me and I was giving her so much time, she fell in love with me. And then she wanted that she will come somewhere in some other country. I should also come. And she was madly in love. So, but I thought that first she was invited me in England. I thought this will be so ridiculous. I will be going there, and her husband is there. It will be such a stupid thing to do. And even if she wanted to go come somewhere else, then I thought, what will happen to her child? And a man of meditator, his eyes are not closed. He can see that what are going to be the consequences. You are escaping from somewhere. Your responsibility is first for your child, then for your husband. Especially for your child, he is so young at present, just 3.5. He needs a father also. So, and she had another master teacher also, whom she used to think that woman is enlightened. But the thing, I was guiding her all the time. This woman was just saying her not to talk with anyone, just trying to control her totally. I said that she is afraid that she may find a better teacher than her. And I don't think she is enlightened. I told her. Then they shifted to some other place because their economic condition was little not so good. And she asked me at the last time that if I talk with you like later on after 2 or 3 years, will you be still interested? I said that once a friend, I'm always a friend. Because my friendliness is not based on body, it's not based on biology. And it is not dependent on you also. It is my inner thing. And I have guided you, and you have done this meditation for such a long time. So I will always treat you with respect. That this woman has listened to me and she did meditation, and her life has changed to some. Definitely, her life changed. But then, when this is what happens to women, when their life changes, they think that they want to offer everything to that man. But I thought this is not so high. you can relate at more higher level. That will be real love. This is not real love. When you're love it with eyes, and you will not like to disturb anyone's house without any reason. Her husband was of no fault. Why should I disturb? And her child was, I like him also, so that will be disturbing his life also. Disturbing so many lives. Here my wife's life, my life, her husband's life, her child life, and many other people related to that. I had never to think about it. I thought that this is whatever she is trying to do is in hurry, and whatever you do in hurry is never a right decision. I think you learned something because you were interested in this.
Mhm.
Whenever I tell a story, it is not just to tell a story. I tell it so that it can be applied in your life. Whatever you do, be very alert about it. First, your first responsibility is don't do any violence to yourself. Even if you are taking many medicines without knowing its effect. So you have to know everything, what will be the effect. So, and don't do such a thing that your nervous system, your brain, your sensitive nerves are destroyed. Because this life is very precious, very valuable. You have to take care of it. So remember these things. Don't
Yes.
make it like just I'm barking like a dog and nothing is going to you inside.
No.
And now send me the Rolls Royce, key of the Rolls Royce. I am also his disciple. I also need Rolls Royce. I'm just joking.
Yes.
For me, cycle is all right. Okay then.
Okay.
Go.
Thank you very much.
Okay. See you later.
Thank you, Karen, for inviting me.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. See you next time. So how was today's story?
Very good, Swami. I was actually interested to listen to this doctor's story.
This is what is wrong with all of you. You are all the time choosing. This I am interested that.
No. I'm interested to, because you said this monster, the violence, the murderer is in everyone, right? So I want to listen to other people's story as well and learn something from it. If you like our videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.